good. Yo, that's crazy. Now when I go live, I got MGR and we are the receipts. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, and so I get a joint. I mean, we done had everything happening. We done had shout out to King Marie. We done had everything. Aliens, all types of shit. We had P, P Diddy really locked. I guess he really locked up, and they denied him uh, bail. And then I noticed that it said that he had ownership in Ciroc, and then Revolt. He was using these companies. See, I really so when they was saying stuff about it, I was like, yo, I think P Diddy be in the chat. If, if 50, I don't think 50 be in the chat. So finally today, Rainwater and the bull, they went to, I guess they little hearing. Keith Conway. So I'm gonna play. I don't know if anybody else talking about it, but I got it from somebody and they showed it from something to make. Instagram. In fact, the judge's name is Judge Stacy Williams.
Okay, I think the live stream is back on. This is the continuation of the Brandon Rainwater v. Marquise DeAndre Conway, DC 20-02221. We went off the record in order to take a short break. Before we begin with the next witness, the court is just so excited that we have so many observers of this court process. However, the bottom of the screen, it clearly states, do not record. It's been reported to the court that these court proceedings are being replicated on the YouTube site by Duke, Faro, Leak Mob D. I'm hereby notifying you that you are in violation of the court's.
And that's all I'm going to play of it. Y'all streaming. I know y'all wasn't streaming. I knew y'all jokers knew how to get into certain things. Y'all was hackers. So she's saying that whoever, if you streaming this on there, and I don't know what their court rules is, but I know they wasn't live streaming a court proceeding. She issued an order too. Y'all got to come down. They do. You got to go to Texas. And so do me. Yeah, y'all got to go to Texas and report in and stand before that judge and tell them why. You know why? Because y'all need to be taught a lesson about cutting into, and I told y'all that shit y'all was doing, trying to garner all that clout chasing and all that shit like that. The judge literally has her own. She had her own station and she was live streaming. How you gonna cut into a judgment? Yeah, you gotta go down there. Oh shit! Let me share my screen with you so I can make sure that I ain't, because someone sent me this link and they said that the judge said she was doing that. I mean, that she was live streaming right there. Just say no to Sko. He ain't report. Why he ain't report? Oh, look, he did. They ain't name just say no to Sko.
From Plano, I didn't know that he was as dangerous as everyone talked about. Like, I thought, like, okay, yeah, he's dangerous, but like, we're still human beings. Like, nobody really intends to hurt people. And like, I was very naive to the situation. But like, I did hear rumors about him causing certain people's unfortunate passing and being the
Objection,
catalyst.
Your Honor. This is hearsay, Your Honor.
What? Whoa. Stacy Wayne. Judge Stacy Wayne.
Its effect on the witness and it's her understanding. Not that
Okay,
it-
our understanding.
Do I continue or?
Then
Okay, sorry. So yeah, I did hear stuff about that, and I think looking back on it, I was very naive to the reality of it, because even the way I was arguing with the gentleman who came up to the car, that could have really ended really poorly for me, and I'm so grateful that it didn't. But I didn't realize how serious the situation was in the moment. It wasn't until really I was in the hospital and like I really thought about it, where I had to leave the room several times. And to this day, Brandon doesn't even know that when I left the room, even though I was saying I was just grabbing some water, I was really in the hallway crying, because I was like, I started shaking at one point. Getting him to the hospital, my adrenaline was rushing so much that I was more in like, okay, protection mode, make sure we get us safe and make sure that he gets taken care of. That I didn't realize how serious danger I was truly in the situation. It wasn't until I got to the hospital that I realized, and it caused me to break down and cry on 2 separate occasions. Um,
Um, I guess she's learning another story, or not the story. I guess she's learning. I can't believe she said that right on the screen. And y'all had a fight outside the court. Man, man. I knew something wrong. The way y'all talked about each other, you like, the other guy. Like you couldn't say his name. And there's a lot of people scared to say his name, like they worried about something happening to them. I'm like, fuck that nigga. This is a hell of interference with everything that's going on. But it's connected all the way to Indiana. I'm glad I never went there. I've never been to Indiana. Y'all remember somebody came in the other day and was like, pay attention to the names or start looking at names. I'm like, what? It's the old saying, it's a lot going on. Scorpio problems, what's happening? It's a lot going on about real estate too. We're gonna see if justice from MO3 really means something. Who willing to fall on a cross for MO3? I was I was noticing a lot of things from with the foundation, but when Crash TV, what's his name, he was acting like he was talking to somebody. I don't know who the fuck he thought he was talking to. So I think the people in the family that's been going around trolling, noticing how everybody was clicking up. I ain't I might have got it in the way. The craziest thing about it is the banks that was behind it. The banks, it was banks behind it. Oh, what's happening? There's a plan. There is. When I was figuring it out and that shit was saying DC, and I was putting out all of the technology because I'm I'm following I'm following somebody else. Yeah, I guess that's her channel because that's what's on in front of that desk and everything. Right. Yeah, she got 1 point. She got 1.5 views in July, 2022. But I'm starting to see a lot of judges do that. Starting the YouTube page. I don't know if it's a way of them giving back or whatever. They get ready to retire or whatever. I don't know. But why shouldn't they be open? I told y'all. I tell everybody, yo, I put up Google stock and how much they was paying out to channels and the name of their company, the ABC company. It'll be something real simple. So when Otto came over here and told me to put up concerned citizen, at first that shit, like I was like, they took the concerned citizen John, then they put concerned citizen too. They left that there. Listen, I don't know how much judges make, and I don't know how much judges make. I don't know how much she make, but they got attorneys that have. I showed y'all it was an attorney. His name was Cohn. He educate people on, you know, how to form their LLCs and trust. His name was Cohn. His John still up. But a concerned citizen that was shot here in Philadelphia. Yeah, that was shot here. But if I'd have put that joint up there, everybody would have knew what I was saying. Then I kind of knew something that day when I went to my PO office and she asked me who was Black 100. I was like, what? I don't know. That's somebody else of somebody on the internet. But oh, what a tangle I believe on those we try to deceive. But my mom wants to change my name to what she changed it for a reason. And I was telling people, y'all better look up what it says. But my mom named me that. You always gotta notice the mistakes. You gotta really look at court documents because they make mistakes in court documents too. But when it's stamped, I mean, you don't see too many mistakes happening in criminal cases, but civil cases, you'll catch jokers up. You know, I told you they having all of this civil case now. They're gonna have more discovery from this civil case. You heard that woman just say she heard something about him being involved with, you know, certain people deaths, and she said plural. It's a judge. I don't know. I don't know the brother. I don't know his name. None of that. I never looked him up or none of that. See, they had to drag. We had to drag. This is exactly what 100 was trying to prevent, is these jokers going to court. He told them to settle. He said that on No Jumper. they gonna play that shit all the way out. This is the beginning of the end, because you gotta remember that paragraph 23 in the feds, it says, it's a very detailed paragraph. I don't give a fuck nobody said. So, like, I mean, look, and look, Crisco got, he got the job from the judge. Yeah, but y'all don't notice a lot of black women, like about her age, they getting in trouble, like for like dumb stuff. I'm telling you, it's I've been a lot of this. Just look, there's been judges that's been getting, like, look at number one, the YSL case. You know how hard it is to get uh, a judge recused from a case. But the play was to keep leaking information at the same time about Fannie Willis. That's the DA's office. Judge all siding with the DA's office, making signs all on TV. She's showing, twisting your hair, all types of shit. Motherfuckers is always looking. and they took him off. He was the chief judge, wasn't he? The chief judge. And then you just keep going around, and then all of a sudden, one of the witnesses. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you just got a lot of them getting caught out there. And there was a judge that married and my wife. It was, but I just remember what she said. I was like, when it's like, don't ever go to sleep angry. No. How many views he got? Isn't this a look? Let's say Vanessa right there in the corner. Let's say Vanessa. So somebody turned on somebody because somebody is showing. I don't know if this is a deposition or what, a leaked deposition, a Zoom call. I don't know what that shit is. But somebody right there. So she knows about Yellow Beezy. Crisco was close to Yellow Beezy. So now we got Crisco streaming the actual deposition right on the jump. What's happening? You good? streaming the deposition, and then the judge come down. But see, I said this is the start. That's an actual witness. So, I mean, it look like she testifying. And I got that joint today. You know, I said I'm going live and I'm a clown, but I want to clown y'all, but I just want to put it together. I just want to take my time, like how people was keeping up certain things, and I couldn't understand that. And I thought I understood the brother, but he just kept something going on. See, I'm missing the world because everybody want to be outside, and most people like to be outside, but it's dangerous out there. All these old young kids and everything running around with guns and everything. You got to pop them and all of that. And once you get a certain age, you ain't trying. I never was one to hang out in the fucking clubs. Never. It wasn't my thing. I don't like crowds. But they got Zoom calls here in Philadelphia too. So I put up the John. Who's zooming who? Because they said that it was a back door to it, so people can go in and actually see what's going on the Zoom call. Mostly all software got a back door for the police to get in. So when I saw that app, I know that I had every picture that was sent to me by this nigga Terrain Hicks. At the end of the day, they're gonna go with the black man. If you don't see it with Puff at the end of the day, they're gonna give up the black man. See, one thing about Instagram, you can like pictures or like certain things, and people know who you following and all that shit. So I pay attention to that. Now I'm looking at the names and it becomes more interesting to the point that it reached the Philadelphia. Or around the areas Philadelphia. But all of these channels that was wrong before, they got the Diddy right. I just can't believe that somebody like P. Diddy wouldn't have talked to somebody about putting his stuff in a trust. So I don't believe that he's broke or anything like that. That was the same thing we put out about Michael Jackson and all of that, and you got a dumb lawyer and all of this just trying to throw out a whole bunch of bullshit. Thousand things of government. The government came out and said that they found a whole bunch of uh, baby oil. Fuck that man. I mean, it's funny as shit that he had all that baby oil and everything. But what the fuck does the baby oil mean? So the feds now they just come out and disclose every fucking thing, try to embarrass you and everything. Ain't enough that they locked you up. They got a press conference. They got all these YouTube people down here talking about it, but they've been talking about that shit. And then they get down to Tupac, and it's it's confusion. Y'all know about all the goddamn Diddy party, who fucking who, and all of this. He hit this woman, but what about the killer of Biggie? Who killed Tupac? We're not. I don't run with that bullshit. That old dude did nothing. But I think he did his. Maybe he did his the right way. Got somebody else to come on and talk about what happened in the courtroom. And that was the right way to handle it. So Duke and Mink got the. She called y'all out. She called 3 YouTubers out. She called 3 YouTubers out. And I didn't even see all these. I was on another screen. I'm sorry. Shout out to Butterfly. Yeah, Butterfly just he just landed over there. Y'all know his charges are the same charges that they gave R. Kelly. Usually when they don't give you no bail, they go ready to come over there. So they're gonna send somebody over there to talk to you. But I don't think Puffy not gonna tell him nothing. They wouldn't have locked him up. Or if they did lock him up. And I don't know. They locked what's the name up too? What's the white boy named Jeffrey Epstein. Now somebody tell him that he had me tell him Puff had guns with shaved off. He a billionaire. Ain't he a billionaire, boy? Like who would do that? Look, let me tell y'all something. Ratchet TV said that he was talking about selling guns and all of that shit, trying to name everybody in cases and solve cases and all that shit. Maybe the nigga had a reason to be scared. He should be scared. I don't go so far. But when it came to you having something to do with those kids, yeah. Can I ask anybody if anybody considered this? If certain videos are starting to come missing off of YouTube, like when you see the car in it, and I'm looking at the car, and that should say Justin's Galaxy S10. So the bull been to Texas. I mean, y'all seen Puff in Texas? I don't know. I don't even know if he's been to Texas. I don't know. He got any investments down there? Nothing. You know, something called that. The Jokers is the one thing that would be is that y'all finally just come together. If y'all gonna come out like this, why don't y'all just come together and just do it the right way and cover up the copyright case? Unless the judge is calling them in to check in. Yeah, they gotta go see the judge. If the judge call them there, ain't nobody going. Well, in Dallas, I don't know. Yeah, so you know, he said he was the founder. He was the founder of the MO3 sector. So you got the founder and the manager and the guy that supposedly did them. They're all right together. And somebody always filming y'all right now. He I guess he gonna be a professional professional snitch. he joined the, he joined the dream team, but I don't think that's possible. And that paperwork, Empire said. When I was reading that paperwork, y'all didn't notice that Michael Jackson's lawyer was working for Empire, or was it Mark Garagos? Man, if somebody don't nobody sign with that nigga, that followed him. The Power Rangers. I remember I was asking, I'm like, yo, is something in the fucking food down there, man? Like, cause these jokers is acting crazy. And the other day it came on the news, something in Tarrant County. Yeah, they said, yeah, like some poison going through there or something like that. Some sickness or something going through there. The feds on their top. Texas got a lot going on. Y'all right. I remember when I showed y'all how Google wrote me back. Did I show y'all how Google wrote? I think I showed y'all yesterday how Google wrote me back. Didn't it look like some kitty shit that somebody who I knew when I showed y'all that name, Lexington Garcia, I was like, I know who he is. Like, I know who you are, all the way down to you work for Google. Yeah, that's what I had. I just knew something was amiss. And yeah, it's like a hit or miss of who you could trust that you should put under NDA or whatever. You don't want no somebody telling all your business. It's hit or miss. Somebody get mad one day and then they just. So when I say on the receipts, yeah, I keep a lot of receipts. And I always watch the names. In fact, where you used to can go on ancestry.com and find out your family roots. I mean, all the way down to the 1700s. I had that. I don't know what somebody's looking for. They listen. They need to stop calling it a sector. When to section yourself off is like that is to become a target. I kept telling you, like, yo, why are you making yourself this sector? Because you're associating yourself with something. I'm by myself over here. I don't know nothing. And when the people ask me, I ain't part of no fucking gang. Why all of a sudden now I'm being asked am I'm a part of a gang? And then everything I do, I seem to see. Yeah, I really not into it. The MO3 case, like coming on here talking to idiots. I'm sorry to say it like that because I already knew from the beginning people that did something, they gonna fucking do everything they can to just keep shit quiet. when I was watching, if somebody was holding on, if somebody was holding on to a grudge, because I said something about the young Dolph case about them and that white Mercedes, and that's all that was about. It was about a white Mercedes, and I noticed his background. He was in a garage. So I'm just sitting back, looking at how these groups and how what their names are. So just gonna stay up here until we hear from Miss Nicole and and Kogati.
Sorry. It caused me to cry on two separate occasions because I just kept thinking about my family and his family, like what would have happened if something more serious would have happened to us that night.
And do you recall, if you recall approximately how long you were at the hospital initially?
It felt like hours, but if I really had to guess, maybe like 30 to 45 minutes.
And did you end up taking Brandon home early that morning?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And generally, what was Brandon's demeanor after the hospital stay in terms of or condition once you dropped them off at home?
Yeah, he was really down because the doctor had basically said that he may not be ever able to walk again the way he was walking before. And specifically he mentioned that he may not be able to like run, and that really hurt Brandon specifically because at the time his daughter was about to start basketball, and he was really excited about that. He was
Yeah. Remember, I said he only had one witness. It was a woman. Only one witness. But you got a witness. Well, I'm trying to figure out how you work this out. Empire won't let you testify. Which, yeah. After you walk yourself right into a Rico. And I'm glad for it. Lady Justice. And The paperwork I was showing over here, y'all didn't see the crisscross and where the lawyers were from, Houston. And then they were signing for each other. The lawyers were. I was showing too much. The lawyers were signing for each other. I never seen one of these joints go to. I never. Yo, you always settle these joints. Why they not settle in this case? Somebody broke. Somebody don't have the money to pay. That's why they got V Live there. Because if you remember, V Live isn't V Live where you could see where their camera footage came from. I thought that when I was looking at it said V Live, and they're on the same side as they're being sued by Rainwater. And so, what dude keeps saying he wasn't there. Although your girl there, and then you jump up on the John saying, "I beat him up," and you got clown for that. Guess we're coming down to the double cross or whatever. I don't know. And Charles White say something about a double cross. Maybe it's a triple cross. July 2022. And all she been handling is civil cases. I gotta go look at her channel. It's all she was handling is civil cases. Hmm. But I don't want to pay too much of Chris Scott John because I want him to get all his money. Whatever his position is, whatever they doing, I don't want to be involved in it. I don't got nothing to do with none of that that's going down on in Texas. So she started the page in July 2022, and this was her first video. July 2022. And her name is Stacy Williams. See, that's how you wait on niggas. Yo, they televising. Y'all get. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not getting anywhere. Yeah. This is Justice for MO3. And I remember a channel just came up out of nowhere. And I said it. I was like, justice is a process. And then I saw a red car parked next to me with that, you know what I'm saying? Justice is a process. I was like, and then it said something else that I said on here. I was like, what the fuck? Somebody following me? It said justice ain't for free. See, they couldn't stop. What they couldn't stop is what I noticed was Rainwater didn't know the family. He didn't know who all of the family was. So from the beginning, he was putting out all types of crazy stuff about Miss Nicole in the first place. Wow. I wanted to get on here and clown y'all, especially you, big, fat, stinking, talk too much, always putting out people information, fucking dirty ass Duke with all them goddamn tattoos on his face. You know, I had a partner, his name was Christian Williams. He died. Don't know. Don't know how. I think I know that. I think I know. See, when you get on that dark net, you need that's a lot of shit that be going on. Like the onion router, you know, it peel back onions, and then it's like pulling back onions. And when I told y'all how this case started, it started right down there. In the dark net. So I remember, I just keep remembering on the dark net, on the dark net, on the dark net. And how much information is coming out. And how I just get tired. Like you'll have all of these channels. It's a whole bunch of confusion out there that you don't know whether to download some shit on your computer or not. People used to bootleg software. In the dark net, they used to do all that stuff down there. So Sean G. So what's up with Sean J? Anybody heard from him?
Really excited to be able to like practice with her, help train her, and also just be there for her through different milestones. So he was really down about that, and he kept asking me questions like what do you think can happen, like if I can't walk again, or if I can't run, like is it like what can I do? And I was just trying to give him like words of encouragement, saying like, no, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna go see the specialist, and they'll figure it out. And at this time, I pleaded with him again to call the police again. And he opened up to me and said that like, no, he can't do that, because indeed, when people call the police on people in this industry, there's two things that can happen. Either you can lose your life, or you can never work again in the city. And specifically, there's a stigma on people who.
What? You ain't called the police on nobody, boy? Man, who is this woman they got up? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad we're seeing what's going on. I'm glad I see what's going on. Yeah, I ain't gonna be on here. I ain't gonna even hold y'all on here no more. I mean, I showed the paperwork. The other doctor got off of this. He got off this case, and now it's just her. So then she's saying they're gonna go see the specialist if she's testifying about going to see the specialist and trying to give him. He was worried about if he was going to walk again. Nigga, you ain't fucking fall all that hard, man. You got one witness for you. I don't know how many witnesses he got, but Drop got 10 witnesses and more that say that you had something to do with MO3 stuff. So don't, I mean, um, which I don't know why you keep pursuing this case. This judge must be on your top too. Crisco on your top, or he doing his job for you, or whatever. I don't know. Or that was always what they were going to do. Because you like to be in pictures and on screen, and I know what I told you to settle. So maybe, you know. Somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Yeah, but yeah, how that? I mean, yeah. So player saying you was fighting and wasn't you. Now you got that. It's always just a whole bunch of fucking confusion, and I guess one day y'all think everything is just gonna come out right. Yeah, it is. It's gonna come out right. Whether you go to jail or you stay on the street or go in the hiding or whatever, it's gonna come out right. The one thing I know, because I've been to the Feds before, I kept wondering why all of these stars was walking in and out of the fucking building, like, and people be right there ready to take pictures. How the fuck they know it? And they all jumping in black joints. Where Mary J started out at? She started out at Bad Boy. Now she on Power. So when I seen Mary J come up out the joint one day, I was like, damn, they was waiting for. I said, yo, what they in there testifying? It's a lot of fucking people that they just catching in New York, just coming out buildings. I don't know. And they be dressed up like they just was testifying in front of a grand jury. To all the mothers that contacted me, all of the fathers that lost their kids, can't find their kids. I have my kids. I lost my little sister. And I had a couple other relatives that came up missing. I mean, how many of you really could just have a human heart and just care? I don't try to glorify MO3 and say he was the best man in the world or none of that. The man said what he was. And I like a man like that. About his fucking word. Say you're gonna do something. You're gonna do it. But he also he was a father. Now I figured out who all of these people were that were sending um, a PO, all of those letters. That was anyone that is, I would say that it was anyone that considers themselves a baby mama. Baby mama. The language we use. This woman right here, this woman right here. I'm not even gonna put this paperwork back up because let me tell you, y'all been in accidents and everything. And I've been in one. Everybody know you're gonna settle unless your case so strong. You gotta go through therapy. But you was on no jumper, yo. I, I literally showed and people show video, bro. You're not even limping. You ain't start limping until it was about time for you to come up for this trial. You're a liar. I mean, but we all lie. But hey, you and Marquise can get that over. If you can get the money from Marquise, I don't care. You know, y'all fucking partners. Y'all beefing right now. And look like when I first turned this video on, look like Yella, they telling on Yella first. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. That's what I said. Like I'm going to be mad at who he killed, or be mad at him because he felt the need. I don't know what position he was in, where he felt the need that he had to bust somebody's ass. I know. I'm trying to tell you. I know people like that. So I know that over the past months I was putting that out. I know that people was going to be coming, even trying to come to it as close as to get to me to, you know, make me the next YouTuber to be gone. But unlike you, uh, Stutter Bob, I do my homework on lawyers, everything. I do my homework. Doctors, I'm a privacy advocate. This is I don't even know if I'm going to heaven or hell. I don't. I don't know when I'll wake up out of this. See, what people don't know about me is when I yell, that's a good thing. When I stop yelling, that's a bad thing. When you stop talking, you start thinking. People always that's always talking. They not thinking. The MO3 sector always got to get up and get on the joint and everything. They not thinking. If you can't put your phone down and say fuck YouTube or whatever, if you can't listen, if something will come between you and your life, if you can't walk away from that, then you got a problem. And I hate to be so hard headed when I see it, and I know it's a problem. I'm the rude type. I'm not going. I'm not going to deal with you. And I don't give a fuck who it is. Because I've been through this shit. I've seen the money, but I've been through this shit all the way down, and I just don't. Listen, I just don't be caring. But I do care about right and wrong because I'm not in no gang or no shit like that. But I do care about right and wrong, even though I know I do right and wrong. But when we like hurt little kids, all right, fuck, I can't do that. I can't accept nobody like that. I want to hang around them. I'm not, I'm not hanging around them. if you practicing and homosexuality, my family, even my daughter. I love my daughter, but me and her have our disagreements. But I love my daughter, both of them. But it's easier to accept. I'm just gonna be straight up. It's easier to accept that a woman like a woman than a man liking a man, like liking a man. Sometimes you feel like that it never, and the one thing is, to see life taken and to take life. And the one thing that got me about Rainwater that made me hate him so much was when he described MO3's death. I remember he said like he heard him blow out, like he heard the last moments. But the story we got was that he wasn't dead out there on the street on that highway. He said he died in the hospital. So if he died in the hospital, Rain was the one that said he had to call everybody. He called Cole Gotti, and then he called the mom. So if he died in the hospital and you heard him say, that's how you explained it. Was you at the hospital? Or did you have somebody at the hospital and they had a phone and let you hear him take his last breath? I don't know. I don't know nothing. All I know is somebody came out right around July 2022, show the world. And that's when all of them videos, they started leaking about Sean G and Rainwater talking, like right after MO3, after having the same night. We had this story that was going around for a long fucking time about Q-Wine White and Devin Brown, and I don't that seemed like bullshit. I mean, that sounded like some goddamn Lee Harvey Oswald shit. Then we got that foggy UFO footage. It just seemed like 63 all over again. But hey, I don't know shit. But this lady right here, she's like a CNA or something like that. I don't know, something like that. She's the only witness. The other people got off the case. Upgrade look real crazy in that courtroom. Yeah. There you go. And they, but they call everybody. But how is when they called them? They was calling them right on Instagram. Everybody got on Instagram, all the way up to Lil Boosie brother, all the way up to how Empire, all the way up to Empire. They got right on Instagram and pointed out, say, "Yo, Yella Beezy, you stole my song." Yeah, Sean G. Boom, he hit Rainwater. I know I hear something in the background like he was talking to somebody, like somebody else was listening or telling him what to say to Rainwater. MO3 was the heart of Dallas and McKinney, and he was the only one down there that's not scared of rainwater. And in fact, I heard he put hands on him, and he didn't have a problem putting hands on nobody. Yeah. He one of them type dudes. Whatever you want to call him. But at some point, he started getting smart, trying to move different. Or somebody wanted to keep dragging him down. And that's crab ass motherfuckers like rainwater. On the night that you announced it, I mean it, you was on 11 Alive News acting like you made him, like you had him. Like you was his pappy. Yeah, I couldn't sign my kids over to nobody, and I'm keep high on them. So I ain't standing on there too long. Rain is not a fighter. Rain is call you, yo, let me give you this. I need you to wop wop wop. I already told y'all the nigga sent someone to me to do something to a major B. I declined it. I don't know you, nigga. And I didn't know that female that you sent me. I don't what. But when she sent me Rain's business, see, I never got a chance to put Rain's business out there. I could never get. I could never. Every time, like, yo, the girl, she kept disappearing off the internet. Like, I wanted to show her, and then she's showing herself. I'm like, and then you went right up there on no jumper. And I say, you know what, let me chill because I don't want to get anybody killed. I don't want to do it. Meaning, everybody knows somebody that got a gun and they're going to do it off of love just because they were your favorite or anything. They'll bust a cap in the nigga ass. But I would never have a co-defendant on the murder. I wouldn't know. I'm gonna do that shit myself. I'm coming to holler at you. But I can't be mad at Rainwater for being who the fuck he is, a snake. I wouldn't do no fucking business with him. But I was on his top because he's trying to say I was fraudulent. I was fraudulent. So I had to show you how fraudulent you was and how far I'm willing to go to show how fraudulent you are. When y'all get into something, that's all I can say to you. When y'all get into something, don't get in it halfway. Get all the way into it so y'all know what y'all getting into. Understand the banks, how they work. Understand the law. Everybody can read, but they got it all on. They got it how you clean up your credit, just like that. Banks hate it, but it's the law. But they get that. They get that. I mean, they make so much fucking money off of everybody, and they don't have that money. That's why we're in a fractional reserve system. Out here, the Chase Bank got a glitch. He said people was lining up, throwing their shit up in the air, and then guess what? I don't know if it's true or not. They said jokers could start losing their benefits and shit like that. Yeah. If they take any of that money. If you lined up outside of the bank, I guarantee you it's like 50 pictures of you. They can catch everyone, y'all. The Chase Bank glitch is like an up-to-date version of the PPP loan and all of that shit. They ain't had to see you or none of that shit. Send their paperwork, boom. They catch a case, boom. You looked at the news this morning. Yo, they had Sean Combs get arrested. That was like a small story. That's some other bullshit they was talking about. That's why I didn't believe this too much, you know, foolishness going on until I heard them say about the mom unwilling to put up the houses, and he had them in his mom's name, and he came from a town. I just don't understand like where he was at, and maybe there is trust that he had, and that's just all, that because the trust is private. It's private. So people was like, now your kid's broke. I was like, when you in a company, usually the company indemnifies you for everything that they may have been involved in. But if you was the one that committed, they indemnify you. Man, they gotta pay you for it. If they indemnify them, they're gonna pay for the lawyer. But best believe, if they pay for the lawyer, they got the company's best interests at heart. So I don't know who Brandon Rainwater lawyer is and who paid for him, but yeah, yeah, Daniel White, that was an Empire lawyer that took that estate from Miss Nicole. With Brandon Rainwater. So from what I hear down south, y'all got corrupt judges and all of that shit down there, just like anywhere else. But I never heard a personal injury case actually go to fucking trial and then get broadcasted on YouTube. Right where people keep running their mouth, and then that judge came right at, basically, she used the court rules. The court rules. And y'all ain't showing this shit. That's her stuff that she's putting out on her channel. The judge. Ordering your ass to come down to Texas from wherever your dirty ass at. Y'all have a good night.